So, folks, the agenda of our today's session is like we'll see various stuff out here. We'll see how Python will help us to perform analytics. Okay, how we'll see that it is helping us to do automation. Python, like various rudimentary jobs which you don't want to do manually, you want to automate it. Or in other words, like there are some scenarios like you want to write to test cases using Python. So how easy to do using all this stuff. Okay. Then guys, we'll also see visualization through Python. So there are few libraries few packages through which we can make very good visualization. Okay, and how, like, we'll also see few other things like how visualization in Python and visualization in R. Okay, we'll see this stuff. And folks, finally, we'll also see a few of the examples where we will cleanse our text files. Okay, guys, I repeat, cleans our text files before performing text processing. Okay, so guys, we'll be executing that particular demo or example on top of Hadoop. Okay, so yeah, Anurag, sure, just be there. Okay, I'll let you know regarding the basics of Python, so nothing to worry. So guys, at the end we'll also see an example of data frames. So guys, data frames is a very critical concept in today's analytical world. So it helps us to do data mining pretty easily, join data, okay, merge data, then split the data, slice the data. In all these activities, the pandas package of Python is very highly useful. Okay, so guys, let's go ahead. So guys, we'll see why Python is so much popular nowadays. Okay, so Python is having very strong libraries. Okay, on top of that, it's open source. Since it's open source, thousands of programmers on daily, day-to-day basis are contributing their code for the growth of Python. So you can assume, like today, maybe Python the size is of certain packages are available today. Maybe within next few weeks or few moments, more and more features will be added to each of these packages, or new packages will be getting added to it. Okay, and along with being open source, it's highly compliant with the various packages for performing analytics, for performing big data tasks and big data activities. So we can execute our MapReduce code which is written in Python on top of Hadoop. So yeah, Shivan and Anurag, just to be there, I'll get back to you. Okay, so folks, Python is a great language for the beginner programmers, since it is very easy to learn, okay, and easy to maintain. So folks, you can learn the Python language pretty easily. Okay, you don't have to put so much of effort, provided in case you're already compliant with any other programming language, you can pick up Python pretty easily. Okay, Python's biggest strength is that the bulk of libraries is portable. Okay, it's also supports GUI programming, can be used to create applications portable on Mac, Windows, and Unix. Okay, and also finally, guys, we do have a very good packages, SciPy and Pydoop. So Pydoop, guys, we'll see an example with Pydoop. Pydoop helps us to write MapReduce code on top of Hadoop, and SciPy helps us to write various algebraic operation or solve equations. We'll see all these examples, folks. Today we have a lot of demos in today's session. So folks, you can see here how at what rate the Python is getting popular in day-to-day in programming world. Okay, and it is overtaking almost all the other scripting and programming languages. Reason being, it's highly compliant with analytics, and almost all the critical algorithms of analytics now is on today's date is available in Python. Okay, in the form of a package called scikit-learn. You have to just import that package. You can do any form of analytics on top of it. So guys, we'll see a demo of performing web scraping using Python. So folks, I assume that you know what do you mean by the term web scraping. So guys, web scraping, it is a particular technique. Okay, it is a particular technique through which you can go to a particular website and get the information from that website by the method of scraping. Okay, we'll scrap the web page, we'll get the information out of it. So guys, there is some positive and negatives involved in it. So you should not go and scrap the data which is highly sensitive. For example, go and get the data from someone's bank account. You should not do that stuff, okay, because you might be in some legal problem. Okay, so you should take care of all the stuffs. But of course, suppose it's highly usable in scenarios. For example, you want to compare two products, like you want to go to two of the e-commerce sites. For example, you're purchasing Nike shoe, so and you want to see which website is offering how much discount, how much price in different sizes or different qualities or different models. You can do it pretty easily using the web. Okay, not only this, a lot of other use cases are there, example with the web scraping. So guys, in our example, folks, will I assume that everyone knows what is IMDb. Okay, so it's a movie website, movie database. So it's having dump of all the good movies, or along with the rating when it got released, who is the director, actor, and all those details are there. So we'll just go to the website. Okay, scrap the details from IMDb based on certain conditions, folks. So let's go to our demo. So guys, you can see I am using one of the editors for executing Python code. Okay, the name of this is PyCharm. Okay, so guys, this is highly popular in production environment. Reason being, it gives us many features through which we can write and maintain our code pretty easily. Okay, so I'll just give you a few of the examples how it is pretty easy to write code out here. For example, I am having this URL lib2 which I have imported here. So I just want to write some function for it. I'll just show you URL lib. Okay, I have to just press tab, then I'll give a period dot. Now you can see URL. So all by default, okay, it's getting popped up, which are the various functions available with the which starts with the name URL. So I'll just click on URL and give the respective arguments to it. I'll type URL out here, so it will start working for me. Okay, so these are the various benefits, and on top of that, the troubleshooting or doing the testing of the code is pretty easy using the PyCharm. I can just give you a breakpoint here by just clicking on the left side, and it will put a breakpoint out here, so that once I debug my code, the code execution will come and stop out here. Fine, so it's pretty handy stuff. Hey, hi Raj. Yeah, PyCharm is free. So there are two editions basically. PyCharm's community edition is there. PyCharm's enterprise edition is there. So for your learning purpose, you can go for the community edition. And in case you're going for production environment, of course, enterprise edition is pretty good. Okay. So guys, I am using this particular link. Okay, let's go to this link and see what is there. So folks, you can see here, this is a search result. So that IMDb provides us the feature to perform the search. Okay, so I have done the search. After the search, I am getting all this output. So I have got here the okay. What was my search basically? I have searched based on the year 2005 to 2014, and based on the rating. Okay, and based on genre, which genres I have went for: action, crime, and drama. These three genres, and based on the descending order of the rating, I have listed all the movies from 2005 to 2014. Hey Anurag, is it good with you? You are able to see my screen right now? So guys, any issues? You are, in case you are not able to see, just log off and log in again. It should be good with you. Okay, so great guys. Meanwhile, let's go ahead. So I'm having here the movie list. The first is the top. The list is topped by Dark Knight. Next we have The Inception, released in 2010. It comes under genre action, mystery, sci-fi, thriller, and it is having a rating of 8.8. The movie length is 148 minutes. Hey Somendu, okay. So Somendu, just be there. I'll let you know what I'm doing. So right now I'm scrapping the website IMDb, and I have got this search result. Okay, based on few features. The features are the year starting from 2005 to 2014, and the movie name, and the rating. Okay, all the movies are ordered on descending order, and based on the genre, I have done the. Abhishek, just be there. I'll come back to you. And all the movies are searched based on the genre also. Fine. So guys, let's do right click and perform inspect element. So if I do the inspect element out here, so I'm having, see, you can see here year type is 2008. That means this, if I'm able to catch this particular tag, I'll be able to extract the data 2008 from here. Fine. And if I go a little bit down, I'm having user rating here. So you can see here I'm having user rating 9. Okay, and along with that, all the various other information are in the form of tags here. I'm having genre here, genre, action, crime, drama, certificate, and runtime. All the details I'm getting here. So I assume that guys, you have got the logic. Which logic I'll be used to do the scrapping of this website. I'll just parse through this tags and get the relevant information out of it. Fine. So meanwhile, Abhishek, coming to your question, so yes, all the libraries and all the packages available in Python are completely open source, 100% open source. No one is licensing on it. Fine. So let's execute it. So folks, it is retrieving the data on real time from the website, from the internet. So if I see the list of the movies, I do have on the top Dark Knight out here, action, crime, drama. The movie length is 152 minutes, rating is 9.0, and this is the image source. If I open this particular link, I'll go to the poster of the movie. I've just copied it, I'll paste it out here. You can see here, this is the poster of the movie. So accordingly, the next category, the next movie, I am having Inception as per the availability in the website. Exactly same detail I'm able to get out here. So one by one in descending order, all the movies are there, descending order of their rate. Fine, guys. Now I'll just go through a brief overview of the code. What are the various packages I have used? What is the basic logic? So I'll not go in detail, like if it. So folks, I'm using here URL-lib2. So what is the why URL-lib2 is used? URL-lib2 will help us to parse the particular URL which I'm passing to it. Okay. So in my example, I'm using this particular URL. And I'm putting in this variable, I'm passing this variable as argument to URL lib2.url open. Fine, so through which I'm able to parse the particular URL. Fine, folks. Next, I'm having the package called Beautiful Soup. Guys, Beautiful Soup is a very popular package to scrap a website. Okay, so we're using it, through which we'll perform the website scrapping. Fine. So guys, we are having various functions available inside the Beautiful Soup. So this is the find children, iter, move is 0, find children. Okay, so iter is a function through which you can iterate on multiple nested tags. Okay, so like the multiple functions are available through which we are performing our objective. So once everything is done, I'm doing the printing stuff here, serial number, title, genre, runtime, everything I'm extracting and printing it on the output screen. Okay, so folks, I'm having a query. One of the learners is from bioinformatics stream, and he's working right on Perl and wants to know how much Python is useful. Okay, Manish, can you tell me what are the packages, or what is your agenda on what are the packages you're using Perl at this moment? Okay, which are the areas where you are using Perl in bioinformatics? Okay, so once you answer your query, meanwhile I move to the next example. Okay, hey Deepak, you can do one thing. You just there is an official website of Python. Okay, so doc.pydoc.org. Go to this site, everything is available out here. Details about all the packages are available till date. Everything is available in this particular link. This is the link, docs.python.org. I'm just pinging this to you. all the details regarding all the Python packages till date is available in this, and you can search based on the version. So it is showing right now for 3.4.3. You can specify Python different version 2.7 or something else. Accordingly, you'll get the output there. Okay, great, Deepak. Thanks. Fine. So guys, let's go ahead. Okay, folks, coming to the next demo. Okay, this is one more interesting code. It's pretty good and real-time scenarios and very hot example in today's date. So guys, in this demo, folks, what we'll do, we'll go to Twitter and use the Twitter API, okay, to get the tweets in real time for a particular few keywords. Okay, keywords will be given as the input by the user, and how many tweets you want to extract from the Twitter through the handler API, you have to specify these two inputs. Once you have given this input, the Python code will go to use the Twitter API handler and get the tweets, certain amount of tweets from the Twitter, and do a sentiment analysis on top of the details which it is receiving on real time. So guys, I just repeat the keywords. Sentiment analysis is going to happen out here, and I am retrieving the data on real time from the Twitter. Folks, it's really interesting stuff. Fine. So let's go to an example. So I got a query. The learner is working in Hadoop and using Python as programming language. I'm having a problem parallelizing matrix multiplication. If you can explain, it will be helpful. Yes, surely, Somendu. Okay, so for performing matrix multiplication, Somendu, there is a package called NumPy. So in NumPy, there is like performing matrix multiplication is pretty easy. Okay, just one or two commands within milliseconds, your big matrices will be multiplied and the output will be there on your screen. Okay, so for very detailed how it is done, everything. Okay. That particular part will be out of scope for our discussion. You can of course join the course for detailed description of all this stuff. Fine, Somendu. And Manish is using BioPower package. Okay, so Manish, rather than telling me the name, if you can tell me the functionality, what's happening out there, I can pretty easily explain you regarding as per your requirement. Okay, so I'm having a few queries from Shivan also. So Shivan is he's new to Python, and what are the prerequisites for Python in terms of environment setup and learning this skill? So Shivan, like as I already told you, in case you have some basic programming concepts or basic programming language, you can pick it up pretty easily. Even though you don't know it doesn't matter. You'll be able to learn it pretty easily, provided you have basic programming skills already available. Then it will be very easy for you. That is a very basic requirement to learn Python, and you can pick it up in almost 1 to 2 weeks. Okay, guys, let's go ahead. Okay, Somendu, fine, I'll come back to you. Just be there. So folks, I'm executing my code here. It is expecting a keyword based on which I'll perform my my sentiment analysis. Okay, for example, I want to purchase a shoe, one from Nike, one from Reebok. Okay, so I'll give Nike, comma Reebok, and then I'll mention how many tweets I'm looking for. I'll give 5. Okay, so that I can get the output pretty easily, because it will retrieve the data in real time. Fine. Okay, so let's go ahead and let me answer the queries. Okay. So yeah, sure, I'll be covering Hadoop and Python integration, but not in detail. But at the overview level, I'll surely show you how it can be done. Okay, and I got the answer regarding the bioinformatics stuff. Yeah, sure, Habibat. Okay, Manish, I'll get back to you. So coming back to Somendu's question, Somendu is asking how to parallelize matrix multiplication. Somendu, it's pretty easy. Okay, as I already told you, NumPy can handle the matrix multiplication, and in case you want to parallelize it, just write a MapReduce code with the NumPy package, that's it, and you will be able to parallelize your matrix multiplication pretty easily. Okay, it's very easy to do this activity. Fine, guys. And Habibat, like he's asking for a demo of GUI programming using Python. Sure, Habibat, you can do one thing. You can join the sessions once the class starts. There are very good examples there for GUI programming. Okay, at this moment I have not kept anything with my PyCharm. It's there in my code dump. I have to go and take it out. Fine. So yeah, so man, sure, I'm having multiple demos how to write MapReduce code using Python. But of course, I don't have for this exact example. You are looking for a matrix multiplication using NumPy and MapReduce. So of course, I can write it, and later on we can discuss on it once you are in the session in the class. Okay, great. Thanks, guys. Okay. Hey Manish, I have never worked in bioinformatics field. Okay, so if you can give me let me know in novice English. It will be pretty easy to answer your query what you're exactly looking for. So what is your challenge in managing or maintaining DNA? So if you can tell me that stuff, I can exactly give you which package you have to use in Python and what are the various things you have to do. Okay, fine. So let me go ahead and see what is the output we have got out here of this Python Twitter code. So guys, this is one of the tweets which got extracted. So every Jordan shoe ever made. Okay, this is one of the tweets by the person Zene Zifavov. Okay, then so I have clicked on this. So this one is going exactly to the particular tweet, guys. Okay, let it open. Meanwhile, let's go to the next tweet. Okay, so guys, I have went for retrieving 5 tweets. Okay, based on the 5 tweets, I am having semi-positive sentiment out here. Fine, for the Nike shoes, and if I go for the Reebok, I do have positive sentiment out here. Fine, and yes, so folks, I am doing a sentiment analysis out here. So folks, you can see I'm having a few set of positive words, negative words. Okay, I'm just doing a parsing based on the tweets which I am receiving. So it might seem that it's very complex stuff to do, but through Python it's pretty easy. Okay, we can do this kind of logic implementation pretty easily through Python. Okay, and I have done a parsing and I've checked how many positive words are there in my tweet and how many negative words are there in my tweet. And based on that, I have decided my output. Fine, and I am getting. Also, I'll be getting a diagram out of it. Okay, so guys, you can see on Reebok and Nike sentiment analysis diagram. So you can see this is the positive for my Reebok shoes. Okay, 57.1% for Reebok and 42.9% neutral. Okay, 0% is negative. It's really good. So as per my 5 tweets retrieval, I'm having extremely positive sentiment analysis for Reebok keyword. Similarly, I'm having one more figure for Nike also. Okay, so it's neutral. Okay, 100% is neutral. It's neither positive nor negative. And yes, coming to the queries. Yeah, sure, Anurag, you'll be getting it. Okay, just get in touch with the team from whom you got that particular link to join this webinar. Surely you'll get all these examples. And once you join the session in class, you'll be getting in detail description and along with code and example, multiple other stuffs are there, not only this. So coming back to the stuff of DNA. So guys, in DNA, I can represent my DNA example in the form of 0, 1, and 1, 0, like that, in the form of matrix. Once I am getting my details either in the form of matrix or some other equation like that, I can pretty easily do the operation using Python, using NumPy package, SciPy package. These are the various packages which helps me to do this activity pretty easily, guys. This is specifically, this is for Manish and Jawahar, who is asking regarding the DNA stuff, how I can handle it through Python. So there are two things. So you can do it without parallelizing it. That means you will not using a MapReduce code to execute that stuff, and also you can use the Hadoop platform on top of which you can execute these examples. Fine. I hope guys, it's good with you, this particular stuff, and it's making sense. Hey, hi Deepak. Embedded systems, can you give me a use case? I have used it long back, so just give me some use case. I'll be able to help you out, guys. Meanwhile, let's go ahead. So folks, here we are having a very good demo. So there is one of the steps called data preparation or data cleansing. Okay, so what do you mean by data preparation or data cleansing, folks? In the learners base at present, whoever are there in this particular session, few of the folks will be from analytics background, or few are from non-analytics background. I'm repeating this particular stuff for the folks who are from non-analytics background. Okay, so for folks, for any kind of data mining or data analytics, before going ahead for this kind of steps, data mining or data analytics, the first stuff which you are required to do is to cleanse my data, okay, or remove the noise from the data, okay, or remove the irrelevant stuff which will not have any meaning while performing the analytics or performing the data mining. We should remove. That is the first thing in any of the data analytics step. Okay, so guys, we'll see one MapReduce code, okay, through which I can extract data or cleanse a JSON file to retrieve the relevant information out of it. Fine. And also, once I see this example, the next example we'll see is there will be a text file will be there, or a particular chapter from a very famous novel. Okay, and guys, will perform an activity called stop word removal. Okay, stop word removal is nothing but remove the words, okay, which does not add any meaning to a particular sentence. So I'll give you the example. For example, I'm having a few words like a and the, okay, these are the few words which does not add any sense or add any meaning to your particular text file. Okay, so what is the benefit if I remove this word? So in the next phase, when I do the analytics, the load or the amount of information my model which has to process will be pretty less. Okay, and in turn my model will execute pretty fast, or without giving any relevant information, or it will give the exact correct, almost exact scored output the particular model will give. Fine, guys, we'll see both these examples now. So folks, I'll be executing the MapReduce now. So since I will be executing MapReduce, I am going to Hadoop ecosystem. So folks, what I have done out here is I have installed Ubuntu out here in the VM, and on top of it I have installed Hadoop. I'm starting my, let me check if it's already running or not, the Hadoop daemons. No, it's not running. Let's go ahead and start the Hadoop daemons. Hey Manish, just be there, I'll get back to you. So guys, right now, Okay, no issues, guys. The Hadoop particular instance had got crashed, not issue. Okay, let's go to the examples. Okay. Meanwhile, coming to Manish's query, so Manish is having few of the DNA sequence, or A, T, G, and C. Okay, and a pattern has to be found. What is the pattern? A, T, or some G, C, A, and T. Fine. Okay, got it. Fine. So it's tough. So the first, fine. So once you've written the regular expression, next thing is go and scrap from the website. Okay. Now for regular expression, which package you will use? You will go for the package called RE. So there is in Python there is a package called RE for writing regular expressions. It's pretty powerful. It's having every feature, all and every feature which is required to write a very efficient regular expression. Fine. Once you're done with this, go ahead and use the package called Beautiful Soup. Okay, through which you will execute your website scraping stuff. Fine, guys. So Manish and the other folks who are looking for the DNS stuff, this is how you can execute it, and it can be done pretty easily, guys. It's not so tough stuff. It can be done within few half an hour or 1 hour. You can write the entire code. So Deepak, I'm looking for a particular use case for embedded system. Meanwhile, let's go to the code. Yeah, Somendu, at this moment it's not possible. Okay, because we do have a time constraint. Okay, that is the thing. So once you join the class, we'll have ample time to discuss in detail the matrix multiplication along with MapReduce. Or I can give you the basic overview how it can be done. So if you want to do on your own, you can do that also. So folks, coming to the second use case, we do have a use case of performing matrix multiplication. Okay, and on top of that, we have to do it parallelly. Okay, so for matrix multiplication, we'll use the package called NumPy. Fine, in NumPy it's pretty easy to do it. Just 2 and 3 commands. That's it. Our matrix multiplication will be done. Next, to perform the matrix multiplication parallelly, we have to go for writing the MapReduce code. For writing the MapReduce code, we do have 2 ways. One of the ways is use the Hadoop streaming jar. Fine, this is the one of the ways. The next way is there are some few packages available through which we can write our MapReduce code. So one of them is Pydoop. There are a few more, Mr. Job. So through using these are the various ways through which you can write your MapReduce code on top of Hadoop using Python. Okay, guys. I'll restart my VM, guys. My Hadoop instance have crashed out here. Okay, so Mendu, making sense to you? Guys, let's go ahead. We'll get back to this example very shortly. Let the instance come up. Okay, great, Somendu. Fine, folks. A few moments back, I told you there is a way through which we can write our MapReduce code on top of Hadoop using Python. So Pydoop was one of the ways. It was the second way which I explained you. So if I come to Pydoop, guys, if you see the name, okay, the Pydoop, okay, Python plus Hadoop. So they have combined both the names and came up with the name called Pydoop. Fine. So guys, Pydoop is extremely one of the strong packages through which we can write very good MapReduce code. So it gives us additional features, okay, to write our custom partitioner, combiner, and performing very efficient MapReduce code. Okay, compared to the other way called Hadoop streaming, okay, which was the option one. So guys, you can see here the first option is the Hadoop streaming jar. So it does not give you so many options. It does not give you very versatile set of options through which you can write your MapReduce code. Okay, so Pydoop is a little more advanced compared to the Hadoop streaming jar. Okay, let's have a look out here. Okay, so let's go ahead. So guys, Pydoop has several advantages over Hadoop's built-in solutions for Python programming, that is Hadoop streaming and Jython. So just now I have explained you how it's very highly powerful. Okay, one of the biggest advantage of Pydoop is its HDFS API. It allows us to connect to an HDFS installation, read and write files, and get information on global file system properties directories pretty easily. Okay, and I can write very advanced MapReduce code using Pydoop. I can write counters, I can implement record readers, I can implement custom partitioner, all these things pretty easily. Okay, guys, fine. And okay, so this is the example Python NLTK on Hadoop, which I was explaining you. So this is the stuff through which we can remove our stop words from a particular set of text file which I'm inputting through to my model. Yeah, sure, I can share the examples, nothing to worry about it. So guys, I'm having one example for Pydoop and one more example using Hadoop streaming jar. So coming to the example of Hadoop streaming jar, this is the way through which I write or execute our MapReduce code. Fine. So here I have given the path where my Hadoop streaming jar is residing, and after that I have given the streaming jar file name. Fine. And I'm giving an option called -file, and I'm giving my mapper code. Okay, you can see here NLTK_MR. MR stands for mapper. Then this is the .py file. Fine. And this particular file denotes that this is a mapper code. That's why I'm again specifying -mapper and the same file name out here. Okay, and next argument is -input. Input stands for what is the input which I'm going to my MapReduce code, and for MapReduce the input should always be a HDFS location. Guys, I repeat, the input should always be an HDFS location. This particular location is HDFS location. Fine. And similarly, the input is HDFS, output should also be HDFS. So this is a mandatory thumb rule which you should always follow, otherwise your MapReduce code will never execute. The input should be from HDFS, the output should go to the HDFS. So guys, you might be thinking folks who are from non-big data background or non-Hadoop background, what do you mean by HDFS? So folks, HDFS stands for Hadoop Distributed File System. This is a storage architecture on top of which the MapReduce executes. Okay, whatever data is there in Hadoop, it resides in HDFS. It doesn't matter whether you use Hive, Pig, or any other ecosystem components, but data finally resides inside HDFS. Fine, guys. Okay, let's try to see what is the status of our cluster. Okay, fine guys. So okay, I have got a query. Can we omit the reducer code? Exactly. So guys, it's completely optional writing a reducer. There is nothing mandatory that you have to always write a reducer code while you're executing the map reduce stuff. Okay, there might be scenarios where you have to only perform the filtering operation. Okay guys, I repeat, filtering is a mapper side operation. Filtering is a mapper side operation. So you can pretty easily put your stuff inside inside whichever logic you have to do for the filtering. Just write that particular code inside mapper and execute it. You don't require any reducer in those kind of scenarios. One more scenario is just performing select operation. Okay, so select means in SQL we perform select. So select is nothing but in plain English it's a projection. So projection also you can do only through mapper side code. You don't have to write reducer side code. Fine guys, and okay, so so as I told you, in case you have only mapper side logic in your code, you can write only mapper. Okay, you don't have to require the you don't have to write the reducer part in those scenarios. Fine guys, I'm just checking my other stuff. Okay. Meanwhile, let's go at this. Okay, Manish, that's a good question. I'll come back to you. Yeah, sure, Manish. Manish and Somen, just be there. I'll come back to your queries. Yeah, sure, Johar, I'll let you know. Okay, folks, coming to Python and data science. Okay, so guys, Python is a excellent choice. Okay, for data scientists to perform the day-to-day activities. Okay, the reason being, Python provides all the packages which are required to perform the day-to-day activities. Okay, Python is having a diverse range of open source libraries, starting from doing the a very beginning level data cleansing to performing the high-end analytics. Okay, implementing the neural network logic or implementing the supervised machine learning and unsupervised machine learning. You can do it pretty easily out here. And on top of it, Python is open source and free. Okay, it makes it highly popular. Reason being it's open source and free. So entire industry is running behind this kind of stuff. Okay, guys, now you can see these are the packages which are readily available and used very highly in day-to-day analytics activity. The first one is NumPy. So a few moments back, I was telling you an example of matrix multiplication. So similarly, I can perform multiple other tasks, not only matrix multiplication. Suppose I have to solve an equation, algebraic stuff, I can go for the NumPy. Similarly, so I'm having the SciPy. Now, for example, I require to perform a differentiation or integration operation. Okay, calculus. So, folks, I assume that you remember the term called calculus, which we covered in our school days mathematics, in higher secondary mathematics. So there are those kind of critical complex operations we can perform in milliseconds using these Python packages. Okay. The third one is, guys, matplotlib. So matplotlib is a particular package through which we can perform visualizations. So guys, we'll see the visualization examples. We are having a lot of examples today. We'll see all those things using matplotlib. Folks, we do have IPython. So IPython is an UI available, okay, interactive console through which we can write our code and execute it. Okay, so folks, you will remember at the beginning of the session I have shown you PyCharm. Now we are getting one more UI called IPython. Okay, so basically two are the most popular UIs available for writing our MapReduce code, the Python code. But PyCharm is more used in production environment. Reason being, we can write and maintain our code pretty easily using PyCharm. Okay, like in the form of packages, or I can create projects pretty easily. Whereas these features are not available in IPython. Okay, so from beginner's point of view, if I see IPython is much good for beginner's point of view. For production environments, PyCharm is pretty good. Fine, guys. So moving to the next package, we do have SymPy. So if you have to perform some symbolic analytics or symbolic mathematics, I can go for SymPy. Okay, it's pretty useful out there. Fine, folks. Finally, we do have for performing the analytics activity, the final package pretty good, pretty popular, guys. So Pandas is the only package like through which you can compare almost all the features of R. Okay, I repeat, you can compare the R versus Python using Pandas. Okay, Pandas is having a very strong data structure called data frames through which you can compete with any other analytics language available. Okay, before going to the next slide, let me come back to the queries. So, so coming to the same use case of DNA. So Manish is asking, he wants to perform this particular activity of DNA of scrapping the website on day-to-day basis or on regular basis after a certain period of time. That means he wants to write a job which will execute after a certain duration in an automated manner. Okay, Manish, is pretty easy. So what you can do, you just write this entire stuff in a code in .py file. Okay, maybe DNA scrap.py. I'm just giving an example. You can give any name. So in my case, I have given DNA scrap.py. So what you have to do, just write a cron job. In case you are using Unix, go for cron job. Okay, for scheduling activity. Fine, and you can also go for some of the softwares called Control M. Okay, so Control M helps you to perform enterprise-wide scheduling. Okay, you can schedule any of the jobs which is written in any of the languages. Control M is pretty useful for that. Even cron job is also pretty useful. It can also schedule any kind of exe file. It doesn't matter. It can be a Java jar file or shell.sh file, .ksh file, or Python executable.py file, or any other file. But the only restriction with cron job is you can schedule a particular job for a single box only. Okay, you cannot schedule a particular job for multiple boxes using cron job. So in those scenarios, you have to go for the Control M. Fine. I hope it's good with you, Manish. And guys, someone is asking what is mapper. Okay. So folks, if I go to explaining what is mapper, so I have to go in little bit detail of what is map and reduce, what is HDFS, all this stuff. Okay, in 5 minutes I will cover what do you mean by map, what do you mean by reduce, what do you mean by HDFS. Okay, so if I go to Hadoop, okay, so guys, and there is something called core components of Hadoop. Okay, the first component is HDFS, which I already told you, it's a storage system. It's a distributed file storage system. Next, I do have map reduce code. So yeah, I'm having two core components out here. The first one is the storage. Next one is a programming paradigm, okay, through which I can retrieve my data, which is stored in HDFS. Okay, it's a parallel programming through which we can retrieve data parallelly from HDFS. Okay, these are the two core components. And if I go to mapper in detail in MapReduce, I do have two phases, map and reduce. Okay, map phase is executing by writing a mapper code. Okay, this code is called, the code which will execute the map phase is called mapper. Okay, and similarly for reduce is the reducer. Fine, guys. So this is at the very overview level, what are the core components and how the Hadoop ecosystem or Hadoop architecture works. Okay, we have a lot of stuff apart from this. Okay, many in detail things. Okay, in our course we are discussing this stuff. Okay, pretty in detail. Okay, I got a very good question from CRE. So he's asking Python versus Hadoop. Sorry, Python versus R. Okay, and he's already aware of Hadoop and big data. So he wants to go to the data science space. Okay, and Python versus R. He wants to choose for which one he should go. Okay, so as per there is something called framework. Okay, suppose if you are going for designing framework, Python is the best language compared to Python versus R. Reason being, Python is very vast and very ocean. It is having a lot of feature additionally which is not there in R. Okay, so what happens is, once you know the big data or Hadoop, there are multiple things in case of big data and Hadoop stuff. Okay, the first thing is framework design. Next is data ingestion. These are the various phases which you require to design while writing a particular architecture for big data Hadoop. Then data cleansing or pre-processing. Okay. Then data analytics. Then whatever output you are getting, so you can visualize the data. So now if I break these steps, Python versus R. So framework design, Python is the best out of Python and R, because in R there is no such feature of designing a framework. Okay, and data ingestion, of course, I can use Python out here along with any other language or ecosystem component, maybe Scoop or Spark streaming, anything. I can automate this stuff using Python. So Python also comes out here also. Then data cleansing, as I told you, I can go for Python or R, any of these two languages, doesn't matter. Similarly, for next two steps, I can go Python or R, doesn't matter. But guys, once it comes to code maintenance, okay, code maintenance phase, once your code is into production and it is going for the maintenance phase, in those phases, you require to maintain, in case you are writing your code in R and Python. For example, step number 3, 4, 5 we have written in R, and step 1 and 2 we have written in Python. In those scenarios, it becomes very tough to maintain your code. Okay, so it's a thumb rule, it's a best practice to go for a single language for the entire architecture. Python is the best choice out of it. Okay, so what are the various topics covered out here is, guys, I'll mention out. So Python basics. So what are the various data types available? What are the various operations we can do pretty easily on top of this data types? You will see all this thing. That is the Python basics. Then guys, we do have Python test packages, regular expression, object-oriented programming. So guys, we can do object-oriented programming also on Python, which you cannot do in R. Okay, then guys, we'll see big data Hadoop, how we can integrate Python with the Hadoop. One of the use cases, one of the scenarios I've already explained to you. There are multiple other ways through which you can integrate Python with Hadoop. Then we'll see the machine learning stuff. Okay, in machine learning, we'll see supervised and unsupervised. Okay, then finally, guys, we'll see some very cool visualization stuff. Okay, so guys, at the overview level, these are the various things which we'll be covering, and apart from this, there are a lot of other topics. Okay, and all your queries will be answered, whatever you get on Python. Okay, but there is a very good support team is there. You get 24/7 LMS access, guys. This is very important. So you just go once you log into the Edureka site, you do have 24/7 throughout your lifetime access to the LMS. You'll be able to access all the material for the Python course. Okay. Like for your entire lifetime. Yeah, exactly, Raj. They are the various things which we'll be covering in Edureka Python course. Okay. So guys, I got many queries. Maybe I have missed something because I am getting a lot of queries. You can do one thing in case I have missed your query, just ping it once again. I'll answer those all your queries. Okay. So Raj is asking what is the meaning of framework design. Okay. So what do you mean by framework is? So folks, for all the software, there is one or the other kind of framework. So this framework can be a storage framework or your logical programming framework. So these are the basics of programming. So storage framework means how you are going to store your code. Okay, your code may be in multiple folders or in a single folder, or as per your functionality, it can be in multiple places or multiple servers. Multiple servers might be interacting with each other. So it varies use case to use case. There is no fixed and tight structure which you have to follow. As per your use case, as per the best way, you should go ahead for it. The next is as per the logic. Okay, now your logic might be required to write an infinite loop. Okay, so for the infinite loop, are you going for the proper exit conditions or not? Okay, now you have to you might have to require the oops kind of coding. Okay, so for that you are using the proper methodology or not, proper calling of protective and private functions or private variables are taken care or not. You should not be calling all these variables. So you have to see a lot of stuff. Okay, all these things, all the best practices comes under framework design. Fine, guys. So and okay, thanks, Johar. Okay, coming back to the question of matrix multiplication, Sumendra, I prefer you don't go for writing, omitting the reducer. You should go and write the reducer. Reason being, matrix multiplication is an aggregated operation where you require to do some kind of aggregation. It's good to write the reducer side operation in your case. Okay, so okay, thanks, Raj. And regarding coming to the use case of embedded, okay, embedded system. So here the query is C versus Python. Okay, there are a lot of differences C versus Python. In Python, I can go for oops concept. Okay, whereas C does not support the oops concept. Okay, okay, you are going for embedded C, fine, and of course, yeah. So if I go for embedded C versus Python, Python is still better. Reason being, I can take the entire data set into big data space. I can write MapReduce code, and I can perform parallel execution of my logic on top of Hadoop. So that is one and the foremost point which will make the Python very much stronger versus embedded C. Okay, so okay, great. Yeah, thanks, Deepak. Fine, and yeah, Deepak, C is robust. C is mother of all languages. Okay, but the thing is, there are few very known and common issues in C. C is very popular for memory exceptions. Okay, because C tries to do all its operation on memory. There are very strong reasons that you will get memory exceptions using C once you write your code in production code in C. And the thing is, of course, C is the mother of all the languages. But still, suppose you go and do the analytics, okay, and you have to write some model, you cannot do it in C. Reason being, you have to do a lot of code there to build your basic functionality, like for example doing some regression analysis, all these things, all the basic logic you have to write, whereas all these are readily available in Python in the packages. You can just implement all those stuff. Yeah, Akash, so please retype your question. Reason being, I'm getting a lot of pings. Okay, Almost till now I have got 100 pings, more than 100. Okay, thanks Deepak, thanks a lot. Okay, so is Python a good topic for doing the dissertation work, or Hadoop or any other is better compared to this? So in dissertation, what you want to do, Akash? Just let me know what you're going to do. Then I can give you the exact scenario why we should go for which language or which course. Okay, Akash. So Akash, you can type it. Meanwhile, I'll go to Raghu's question. So he's from PeopleSoft background. Okay, so he's coming from the background of PeopleSoft, and yeah, of course, in case you're coming from PeopleSoft and you want to move towards big data, Hadoop, or analytics kind of stuff, Python is one of the best choices. Okay, you can write your MapReduce in this language. You can perform the analytics using this language. So for as a startup point of view, Python could be the best choice. Reason being, you can write your analytics here, write your basic automation stuff, perform the test cases pretty easily using Python. Okay, Python would be the best choice to start you for your Raghu. So moving back to Akash's query. Thanks, Raghu. Okay, so Dilip, I'll come back to you. Okay, Akash, as I told you, Python versus R, Python is much stronger than R in many prospects. Okay, as I told you, so Python is the best choice for your question. Python versus R, please go ahead for that. Exactly, your future jobs are pretty much secure. Okay, just to do one thing, okay guys, go to Google Trends. Okay, go to Google Trends and just type Python jobs out there. Okay, or go to Google and type Python use cases. Okay, all the good companies, all the good product companies are going for Python. Okay, one or the other Python products are there. YouTube's engine is written in Python, guys. Okay, Google is going behind analytics using Python. Okay, if you're extremely good in Python, you're sure to you sure will get a very good job in Python. Okay, and if you're good in analytics using Python, surely you'll get a good job in Google. Yeah, surely, Dilip. Python is very highly useful for automation stuff, which I already told this stuff. Okay. Fine. I'm just checking if I have missed any query. So Dilip, are you good with your query? Are you looking for something else, guys? Any other queries? So I can see there's a query from Manish. Can we do normalization, filtration, noise removal on Python for microarray expression? Okay. So coming to normalization. So guys, these are all analytics stuff. Normalization, filtration, or noise removal. Okay. So for noise removal or outlier removal, you can go for LDA, PCA, this kind of algorithms. These are pretty good for performing the noise removal or outlier removal. So guys, these are pretty readily available in Python. Just call the scikit-learn, or in other words, import sklearn. This is the syntax to import the scikit-learn in Python. Okay, through which you can get all the details regarding this kind of noise removal or any kind of analytical stuff. Pretty easily you can do it. So Manish, I assume that is good with you. So I'm moving to the next query. Okay, Habibat is having a query, NLP. Okay, natural language processing, which programming is the best? Okay, Python is very famous for natural language processing. There is a package called NLTK. Just to import NLTK. Before importing NLTK, guys, you have to download the NLTK library and download. There is something called NLTK data. Okay, just do the download this stuff, do the proper configuration, just 2-3 step configuration. Once you're done, give import NLTK, then you can pretty easily use the NLTK library to perform your natural language processing, data cleansing, some stopper removal, lemmatization, all these things you can do pretty easily using NLTK. I'm having one query from Deepak regarding cryptography techniques, how far Python is. Thanks, Abibat. Okay, so coming to the cryptography techniques. So for cryptography, see MD5, okay, and like this there are multiple hashing and encryption algorithms already inbuilt. Okay, just you have to call the function, you can use it in your code. Okay, these are already readily available. You don't have to, you don't require to go there and write your logic for this stuff. So Deepak, I assume it's making sense to you. So I assume it's a good video. Okay, thanks a lot, Deepak. Moving to the next query. Okay. Okay, so I have got 3-4 queries. So 3-4 queries are almost similar. So to summarize, people are asking how we can integrate Python and Hadoop. Okay, what are the various areas on which the focus should be given to for learning how to integrate Python and Hadoop. Okay, so packages to integrate Python plus. Okay, so related ways or packages. Okay, now there are various ways. Coming to the ways, I can write a MapReduce code. First way is MapReduce, writing a MapReduce code. Second one is writing UDF. Guys, UDF stands for user defined function. UDF in Hive or in Pig. Okay. Now, for writing all these things, for writing a MapReduce, you have to understand what do you mean by big data Hadoop. Okay, what are the various phases in MapReduce and how you can write your MapReduce code. You have to understand these are the basics of Hadoop, so that you can go ahead and write your MapReduce code. Fine. So they are the basic prerequisites for going ahead for writing your MapReduce code. Next is UDF. For writing your UDF code, guys, so first you have to understand Hive. Okay, for the basic understanding of Hive functions, Hive feature, when to use Hive, when to use Pig, and what do you mean by UDF? Okay, so I'll give a brief overview what do you mean by UDF. Okay, so UDF stands for user defined function. Fine. You can write your user defined function and you can call it in Hive as a particular function. Similarly, you can call the whichever code you're writing in Python as UDF, you can call it in Pig also as a function. Okay, so this is at the basic level. Once you join the course, we are discussing in detail regarding all this stuff, MapReduce, UDF and everything. Fine. So these are the ways. Okay, so I have discussed now ways. I will show you what are the packages or what are the executable files which you have to use to do the above stuff. Okay, packages and executables required. The first package, as I told you, Hadoop streaming. I have already discussed about this stuff. Pydoop, Mr. Job. Fine. These are the packages for writing the MapReduce code. Next, for writing the UDF. For UDF, there is no specific package required. You require to include in your code or import in your code. There is nothing, no mandatory rule. Only thing, as per your requirement, whatever packages are required, just go ahead and import it. That's it. Fine, guys. So whichever packages are required as per your logic, just go ahead and import it. That's it. So there is no specific stuff or thumb rule for importing which has to be imported for writing a UDF. Fine, guys. So these are the basics. Once you go try to integrate Python and Hadoop, and going to the Going to the next query. So I got a query for a good book on programming MapReduce using Python. So Somendo, there is no as such good book for programming MapReduce using Python, but of course there are good books for programming MapReduce. Okay, but there is no good book for programming MapReduce using Python. So there is a very good book called MapReduce Design Patterns. Guys, you can go ahead and read it. It's pretty good if you want to understand the basics, integrities, and various use cases have been mentioned out here. And of course, in Edureka also there is a very good course is there on to understand the MapReduce explicitly on MapReduce. One course is there. Please go ahead and join it. It's pretty good, that course. Okay. Fine. Going to the Chandan's query. Okay, Chandan and Dilip, I have given the answer for your query. So guys, any other queries? So folks, I'll be there the next 15 minutes. If you don't have any other query, I'll go to the presentation and we'll discuss the other slides. I'm having a few more demos. I'll move into that. Meanwhile, you can type your queries out there. So guys, this is a very good example on what are the various visualizations we can make through Python. So guys, okay, thanks a lot, Deepak. So folks, there are a lot of visualizations we can make in Python. We can go for the line plot, we can go for the bar plot, we can go for histogram plot. We can draw multiple plots within a single figure. Okay, so guys, we'll see each of this one by one. Okay. So let me execute this code. So guys, this is my line plot. So this is a sinusoidal graph. You can see this is a sine wave. I'm able to see it out here. Let's go ahead to the next. It's exactly the same. I have just repeated this code. Here we go. So see the design, guys. I have changed the design at this moment. This is the same sine curve, and I have just changed the design out here. Okay, again, same graph. I have just given the dotted sinusoidal wave. So I'm just changing the way I can represent my data. So guys, this is a scatter plot. This is a scattered graph. I am having a scale and which shows the color based on which I have scattered my representation of dots in my 2D platform. So guys, these are pretty useful. This kind of diagrams for representing analytics problems. Suppose I want to represent the feature of unsupervised machine learning algorithm. Suppose I want to show the example of clustering, some kind of clustering algorithm, unsupervised machine learning algorithm. During those scenarios, I can go for these diagrams. Okay, again, I'm seeing the sinusoidal wave, but in a different pattern. Again, the dots are increasing. Dots are again going smaller, again bigger. It's little colorful compared to the previous diagrams. Okay, guys, here you go. All the bars you are able to see in the form of sinusoidal wave. Okay, guys, and folks, I'm drawing all these diagrams using a package called matplotlib in Python. Okay, this is the histogram stuff. So once I hover my mouse at the right bottom of my figure, I'm able to see my x and y coordinate. Okay, and also I can go and save the figure. I can configure subplots. A lot of features. Span the axis, like I can reduce or minimize the axis. I can do all this stuff. Let's go ahead. Yeah. So this is the example of subplot where I'm drawing two diagrams on the same screen. So guys, just have a look. Two diagrams on the same screen. So these are the various features which is available with this. Not only this, there are a lot of additional features. Once you join the course, we'll be able to see all these things. Fine, guys. So this is regarding the visualization stuff in matplotlib, and after this, guys, we'll go to an example of Python pandas. So, folks, I hope you remember a few moments back I was telling you data frame. Okay, Python pandas gives the feature of data frame, which makes Python very popular, very powerful compared to the language of R. Okay, so let me execute it. So guys, basically I do have a use case. So folks, this is my use case. In this scenario, I have to get the 5 top rated movies. Okay, I have been given a data file where I do have the user information or user age or user location, all this kind of user details. Along with that, I do have movie ratings. Okay, movie ratings details. In movie ratings details, I do have movie name and what is the ratings provided and which user had provided that particular rating. So this kind of data sets are available with me. Using these data sets, I will go and find the top 5 rated movies. That is my first finding. Second finding is find the top 5 rated movies across age groups. Okay, so in my second use case, I am doing the group by operation. I'll be performing the group by operation based on the groups. I will, for each of the groups, I'll find top 5 movies. Okay, next I'll find based on the gender. Okay, guys. So I do have the gender information also in my input file. Based on the gender, I'll find out which movie the men dislikes most, and which movie the woman dislikes most. Okay, guys. Now we'll see this part. I've already explained the query. Fine, guys. Meanwhile, let's execute this stuff. Okay, guys. Here I'm getting my first output, top 5 movies. So based on the data set, I do have Star Wars got released 1977. 97 is the Contact movie. 1996 Fargo, Return of the Jedi 1983, Liar 1997. So these are the ratings. Based on the ratings and the popularity of the movie, based on the input data set which I have given, I'm getting this output. I'll go to the next output. That is, see guys, based on each age group, various movie names are there in my this axis of title, x-axis of title, and for each of this age group, I'm getting different charts. Okay, and there are the legends which are available with me. Python matplotlib package gives us the feature of writing the presenting the legends on top of my figure, guys. So next, let's go ahead to the last one. Okay. So guys, you can see based on the each year, okay, based on each year, which movie is disliked most and by the male versus female. This is the entire graph. It's a very good looking graph which you're getting from my code. Fine, guys. And folks, we'll be discussing in detail about this code, okay, in our course. So I encourage you to go ahead and join the subscribe for the course. Meanwhile, coming back to the query. Okay, I got a very good query from Habibat, Python versus MATLAB. Okay, one of the very good advantage of Python on top of MATLAB is Python is open source. Okay, so it's free, guys, and MATLAB is licensed, but you can get some pirated versions, but I'll discourage, don't go ahead for pirated versions. So that is the thing, it's licensed, it's more costly, and feature wise you will get almost everything. All the features which is there in MATLAB is nowadays available in Python also. Whatever algorithm which you can write in MATLAB is available in Python also, guys. So Dilip, how to execute Python script on top of Hadoop? So as I already told you, I can use this particular packages to write my MapReduce code on top of Hadoop. Okay, we have already discussed regarding this stuff. So going ahead to, is there any query? So folks, any other query for me? I do have 8 more minutes. Before that, okay, thanks Dilip. So after 8 minutes, I'll be closing the session, guys. So folks, it might have happened that I have missed some of the query. Just please ping me again that particular query which I would have missed it. I'll explain it. I'll answer it for you. So folks, I got a query. How good is Python for spatial queries? Okay, now what do you mean by spatial data? So these are the other folks. For other folks, I'm explaining this stuff. Spatial data is for map related data. Okay. So map related data is it can be pretty easily handled in Python. So there are certain packages which are available in Python through which we can handle the map related data. Okay, you can just go ahead and Google about it. There's a very good package is there. Few days back I was executing and I was exploring this stuff. Okay, at this moment the name of the package is exactly not there in my mind. Just go there and Google about it. But Python is very strong regarding same. Okay, got a query from Srihari regarding which course Big Data Analytics and using Python or mastering Python. So Srihari, just go ahead and check out the course content. Okay, I assume both the courses will be nearly similar. There should not be any much very high difference. But check out of course, I'll suggest you to go ahead and check out the course content. Read the course content, whichever you like as per your requirement. You can go ahead for the same. Okay, whichever suits your requirement, you can go ahead for that. So Manish is asking backtracking algorithm to find particular motif in DNA. Any similar work here can we do in less time and space? So of course, Manish, you can do a lot of this kind of stuff. So particularly for this DNA stuff or machine learning kind of thing. So Manish, just be there. I'll show you what are the various things we can do. So guys, this is the official documentation of scikit-learn for machine learning. So guys, you just name an algorithm in machine learning. It is available in scikit-learn. Okay, scikit-learn or in any other language from a neural network. This is the neural network package, guys. PyBrain. It's pretty good. It is developed in one of the universities in Paris. Okay, called INRIA. It is the same university where the scikit-learn also got developed. Guys, go and check about it regarding all your neural network requirements. Okay. Neural networks, guys, is very highly popular in this technology, more advanced than machine learning. It's the next stage of machine learning, guys. Fine, guys, I'm left with the 2 minutes almost. So if you have any queries, you can ping me. Hey, thanks, Loren. Thanks for the compliment. So, Loren, I'm working as an architect in big data space and big data and advanced analytics space. Okay, thanks, Loren. Thanks, Manish. Thanks, Rick. Thanks a lot. Thanks, Kapil. Okay, Deepak, I think you have to just Google, like you have to browse to the Edureka site. I'm not sure at this moment. There might be some course. Okay, I'm exactly not sure. Anupam, thanks a lot. Thanks for the compliment, guys. Thanks, Shivan. Okay, Srihari, just in case you want to join me as a trainer, okay, just request the backend team or request the support team, like you want me as the trainer. Okay, they will of course arrange the classes or put you in the course where I'll be teaching. Yeah, Lorraine, this particular webinar will be made available. Link will be provided to your email ID, registered email ID. The support team will make it available. Okay. Fine. Thanks, Lorraine. Okay. Thank you, guys. Thanks a lot. Thanks a lot for attending the session. It was really good and very good questions I got. I really liked a lot of good questions over there, and I'm sure that everyone had benefited from all which are the details we discussed in today's 1.5 hour session. Okay, Deepak is asking what's the package for Python. Okay, so Deepak, I guess you know anything about Java or any other language. So see, in Java we do have packages. Packages are nothing but some pre-built set of code where the functions are already available. Okay, you have to just go ahead and call that particular function so that you don't have to rewrite again the code. Okay, so your effort gets reduced. Okay, the logic feature which you require to implement is just go ahead and call that function. Whatever the extra additional effort is already available inside the package. So this kind of feature is available in all the languages. You name it. We are having header files in C. We do have packages in Java. Oops. Okay, Deepak, it's you can go to the Edureka site. Okay, I assume it's near to 20K. Okay, it is 1 or 2K less or plus or minus than that, and also the exact cost is available in USD also. So guys, just drop a mail to the support team or from the email ID from where you got the got the invitation link. Just drop them a mail saying that what is the cost of the course and everything. You'll get all the details. Yes, sure, Anupam, you'll get the code and recording, everything. Okay, the same from the same email ID from which you got the invitation link. Okay, thanks guys. Thanks a lot for attending the session. Okay, no issue, Deepak. Okay, thanks guys. Thanks, Anupam.